All right, welcome to the Real Estate Debate, where we debate the hottest topics in San Diego real estate and guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Mr. Credit here, your host, and judging today's action and co-hosting with me is my good buddy Sean Cahan with Cornerstone Mortgage Bank. Sean, how you doing, sir?
Doing excellent. How are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. You're looking very fresh and clean with the new haircut today.
Mr. Brown's.
You can see all the past shows on therealestatedebate.com if you'd like to see the video versions, or go to the YouTube page at youtube.com/Mr. Credit Radio. Sean, exciting show today. Past champ in the studio, very close to past champ a couple times in the studio,
Almost.
And we have a newbie today
Yes.
on the Real Estate Debate. So a good mixture of veterans, new people, past champions. Should be an exciting show.
I'm looking forward to it, and I want to see the newbie and what his responses are going to be.
Okay, all right. Interested to see how he does. It's going to be interesting, and he's a very sharp guy. Before we introduce our contestants today, there was a story I saw that I wanted to bring up with you particularly, and this is through Inman.com, which is a kind of a real estate website, real estate-centric content website that's run by Brad Inman. And they recently published a story that was titled, quote, "It will take a village to close a mortgage in 2015. Now, we're into 2015 now. I mean, we're in Q2 2015 now. Mm-hmm. You tell me, is there some reality behind, the mortgage process taking longer now, or is that going to be coming down the pike?
I don't think that the actual process has gotten harder or more difficult. I just think that with FHA dropping, kind of like the rates have kind of come down, it was the perfect storm where everyone got really, really busy very, very quick. And so now it is taking longer because when a file goes in and, there are time-sensitive documents in there. So if a file takes a long time, then they're always having to send in more documents instead of having a clean package from the very beginning, get all the way to the funding table before they actually expire. So I've been hearing a lot about the banks having that issue. And so then on the consumer side, they feel that, hey, what else do you want? Do you want my blood sample? And it's just kind of repeating the same question from the very beginning, but it's just taking a very long time.
There's a little bit of a jab in this article about mortgages being tight, difficult to get. Do you feel that there's any truth to that? Has that part changed?
I don't think that the guidelines have actually changed. I think what is changing is more of like the investor overlays. Some banks are wanting to service more. So these direct banks are coming up and saying, hey, we had a great 2012, 2013, 2014. And so what they're doing is they're putting their money in their own banks and now servicing. So as soon as they start servicing the loans, I see more tightening of the restrictions on the overlays because now they're on the actual hook for the servicing side. So
interesting.
That's what I've seen.
So the banks are holding on to the paper instead of selling it to Fannie Mae.
Well, they're still selling the paper, but they're actually servicing the mortgage, and you just don't want like an EPO. You don't want to sell the mortgage early.
Right.
Because it's more of like an annuity when you service a mortgage compared to actually just selling it. You get your cut, the bank gets theirs, the loan officer, and then you move on. It's almost like turning, I call it, turning the paper as fast as possible compared to this way. The banks are holding on to the mortgages to try to get that annuity because Fannie and Freddie actually pay a very large, or like a yearly stipend if you service their mortgages. So
right. Yeah. Oh, great stuff from Sean the Mortgage Geek. It's Sean Cahan with Cornerstone Mortgage Bank. He is one of the best mortgage professionals in San Diego. That's why we invite him on the show. Appreciate you coming in today.
Thank
Spend
you
the time
very much.
judging the program. If you have questions about buying or refinancing a home, you can call Sean at 619-519-3780. So 619-519-3780.